What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Fireside Rangers. I'm your host, Eric Wilson. Today, joined by my co-host from his cell phone because his Wi-Fi finally gave out, Will Cohen. Today, we're going to be discussing Artemi Panarin and if his season has been good enough to win him the Hart Trophy. We've made 2 episodes about this so far this season. One at the beginning when he had his hot start, and we were like, maybe if he keeps it up. Made another one about halfway through the season, and we're like, all right, we're on the right track. But now with only 9 games remaining before tonight's game in Arizona, we're like, he might have done it. He had 100 points, having a career year in pretty much every category. So the question remains, is it enough for him to actually become a Hart finalist again? But before we really get into today's episode, just want to say happy Easter to all of our fans out there that do celebrate, because we're probably going to take the day off tomorrow. Everyone watch and have a good day with your family and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, ring that bell to miss notification. If you're watching us on Apple or Spotify, be sure to give us a 5-star review. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Should Artemi Panarin be named a Hart Trophy finalist at the end of the season? And lastly, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at Fireside Rangers. But before we really get into it, Will, how are you doing today? All right.
Hello?
I can see you now.
My Wi-Fi sucks. I'm not doing good today.
Yeah, it happens. It's been like a season-long arc that you've been going through with the Wi-Fi, and as the season's coming to an end, so is your Wi-Fi. But we'll be sure to get that fixed up for playoff time, I hope.
I want to count on it. They suck with our Wi-Fi company sucks here.
we should get you some new Wi-Fi. We'll use all of the ad revenue to get you some new Wi-Fi.
Oh, please, thank you. I need it. Donate below. Donate below.
I don't think we have a donation button yet. That's something we might have to set up. But let's get right into the discussion on Artemi Panarin. I mean, you guys all know how we both feel about him. He's both of our favorite players. It's Artemi Panarin, the GOAT. We've loved him every season since he's joined the Rangers. And this, of all of his years with the Rangers, is clearly above and beyond his best. He finally hit that 100-point mark. He really should have done it like 2 or 3 times throughout his time with the Rangers too. The COVID season got shortened. There was another season he had to take some time away from the team. But this year, nothing has gotten in his way. He's at 102 points now with 9 games remaining. So there's still time for him to keep growing those numbers and really solidify his case for the Hart Trophy, in my opinion. But as well, he's always been just been one of those players that produces points, and that's really it. But this season, he's had a complete turnaround where he is producing more points than ever, but he's also playing a great defensive game on that second line with Vincent Trocheck and Alexis Lafreniere. They've been the most consistent line on the Rangers, so pretty much this entire season, and a big part of that is because it's the success that Panarin is having after shaving his head. And that's just been pretty much my season overview. I'm just curious to know what stats you have ready and how you're feeling.
Dude, he has 161 shots on goal this year. Like, he is shooting so much more than he was last year. We had 204 last year. Like, that's and we have 9 more games. We've played 9 less games because he played 82 last year. So, I mean, he has He has 57 more than last year. Like, I don't know what it was at the same time at game 73, but he's just shooting a lot more. He just seems like he's taking that shot first mentality a lot more serious this year. Not serious, but like, he's really getting back to that shot first mentality. And Ray Ferraro, when they were playing the Panthers, he was like, coming into the season, Artemi Panarin wanted to shoot more. He shot more, and then he shot more accurately, which led to more goals. And he's now scored 43 goals on the season, which is 11 more than his career high set in 2019-20. So, I mean, shooting the puck has done wonders for Artemi Panarin. I mean, who knew? But he's been so good this year, and he's really been a huge factor of why the Rangers have been able to be as good as they had this season. And even, when they got out of their slump, or only have a slump that was about a month, like half a month. So he's been awesome this season, and no doubt he's been the Rangers team MVP.
I agree 100%. If you're thinking Rangers just as a team this season, far and away, he's the team MVP. he's been carrying the Rangers offensively, even through that slump. We always said the Rangers were crawling their way into the All-Star break, and they're really getting dragged by Panarin and Trocheck too, for that matter. But mainly Panarin was the big point scorer guy. But we know that he's the Rangers team MVP this season. But realistically, everything that he's done for us, is it enough to get him to be a Hart Trophy finalist? Because to me, I fully think that he deserves to be. There's not a doubt in my mind, but it's not up to us. It's up to the NHL. And knowing the NHL, I'm a little skeptical if he is going to be selected as a finalist, because you look in recent years and they kind of just treat it like a points competition. Like they just kind of forget that the Art Ross Trophy exists, and they just like to hand it to whoever scores the most. So I feel like in my mind, Nikita Kucherov, definitely a lock to be one of the finalists down there in Tampa. He's leading the league in points. That's probably going to happen. Nathan McKinnon, another player that probably should be a lock over there in Colorado, which the Rangers did end his pretty impressive point streak last game against Colorado.
35 straight home games. That's so nuts, dude.
Yeah.
In 19 games in general, he's crazy.
But the Rangers were able to shut that down. I feel like McKinnon and Kucherov, that's like two locks right there. And then I feel like the third spot right there for the Hart Trophy finalists, it's open. It could be Panarin. But knowing the NHL, I feel like they got to just hand it to Connor McDavid or someone that'll make them money. Even though McDavid hasn't been as good as he normally is this season, he was out with, I think, injury for a little while. But, there's a lot of names, and are you going to have three forwards be named? Roman Josi basically carrying the Predators to the playoffs right now. Got a lot of great goaltending out there in the NHL too. So it's just, I fully believe that Panarin deserves it. I feel like he deserves to win the trophy, not even be named a finalist. Will's gone. There he is. But just knowing the way that the NHL works, I'm a little skeptical to be convinced that he actually will be named a finalist, even though I do fully believe that he deserves to be.
Austin Matthews, what he's doing up in Toronto right now, if he hits 70 goals, there's not a single chance that he's not going to be top three in Hart voting. And obviously, like you said, Kucherov and McKinnon are already a lock right now. But I think Panarin definitely finishes in the top five. You also have guys like Pastrnak, and then also McDavid, who you said, there's so many guys that could hit that third spot. But I really think it's going to be Matthews. But there's no doubt in my mind Panarin will finish top five or top six. He will definitely get some votes.
Yeah, I could see him finishing top five. I think the problem is just that, like I said, it's the problem the NHL has had in the past, where they just treat it like a points competition. There have been plenty of times in the past where Rangers players have deserved to be there, but they just hand it out to whoever scored the most. I think last season or 2 seasons ago, Igor Shesterkin absolutely should have won that award, but he didn't, because they had to hand it out to a forward. Which now we're getting deeper into the root of the problem, which isn't even is it what he did this season enough for the award? It's just why the NHL needs to change who they give the Hart Trophy to. And I don't want to take any credit away for those who have won it. If you lead the league in points, you absolutely deserve to be up there. But it's kind of hard when you have a team like the Rangers, who did struggle a little bit this season, and when you have one guy that really just carries the offense, especially with Kreider and Zibanejad having off years this season, we wouldn't be where we were without Panarin. And that's what makes an MVP for me, taking a team that would have been good, but elevating them to the next level. I don't know if your Wi-Fi is going to work, Will, but if you have any closing remarks, I'll let you share them.
Again, I don't know what. I cannot hear you, Eric. I'm so sorry, but I don't even know what to say right now, because I don't know what you're saying.
It's okay. This has been one of the funniest episodes that we've ever recorded because of Will's Wi-Fi. I'm going to cut out some parts of it, but I'm going to leave a little bit left in for the pure comedy. But I think, to answer our question, 100 points, has it been enough to win the Hart Trophy for the Rangers? As much as it should be, realistically, probably not, as sad as it is. But who knows, maybe in a couple weeks when the finalists are announced, we'll both bite our tongues and be very happy that Panarin is finally named a Hart Trophy finalist once again, and hopefully he actually takes it home. But that about wraps up today's episode. So thank you all for watching. Once again, Have a great Easter tomorrow if you do celebrate the holiday. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss notification. If you're watching us on Apple or Spotify, be sure to give us a 5-star review. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below on the topic of this video, as well as make fun of Will for his Wi-Fi because it is kind of funny. We like to make fun of him for it over here at FSR. Lastly, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at Fireside Rangers on all of our social media platforms. Have a good one, and let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers.
You heard that part.